and extend in different directions. Sorry, I'm going to say two collinear rays, collinear. Who remembers what collinear mean? Anybody remember collinear? They have to be on the same what? Line. Two collinear rays that have a common endpoint and extend in different directions. So let's look at these and see if they're opposite rays or not. So the first one is saying, is ray BD, so ray BD starts at B and goes towards D, and is ray BC starts at B, goes past C, are they considered opposite rays? How many people say yes, they think they are considered opposite rays? How many people say no? No's win. Why? Why is this no? Why are they not opposite rays? Bella? We want them to have the same vertex. That's true. We want them to have the same endpoint, which is B. You want to try again? No? Stella? Because they're not on the same line. So remember, they have to be on the same line and they have to go in different directions. Are these even going in different directions? No. So are these examples of opposite rays? No, they're not opposite rays. Okay, let's try the next ones. The next one is ray BA and ray BC. How many people say yes, these are opposite rays? How many people say no, they are not? Good. These are absolutely opposite rays. They both have the same endpoint B. One's going to the left, one's going to the right. Are they collinear? Do they exist on the same line? Yes. So these are absolutely opposite rays. Next one, ray DE and ray CF. So these are going in opposite directions, but they're not opposite rays. Why not? For two reasons. They're not opposite rays for two reasons. Jonah? They're not collinear, perfect, and what else? Stella? They don't have the same endpoint, so this is a no. And last one is going to be BA and CF. So again, I'm going to say these are not opposite rays. Even though they are collinear, they're not opposite rays. Why not? Leilani? Because they don't have the same endpoint. You got it. All right, some more vocabulary. Supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are angles whose sum is 180 degrees. So we're going to say two angles whose sum is 180 degrees, or a straight angle. Only two angles. But it's almost like it could be, it is two angles, but sometimes I'll be sneaky and put more angles in. So for example, so do we agree that angles 1, 2, and 3 add up to make that straight angle here? Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 adds up to 180. All right, but I couldn't say angle 1, 2, and 3 are supplementary because only how many angles can be supplementary? Only 2. So if I wanted to say angle 1 was supplementary to an angle, I couldn't say 2 plus 3. I would have to say angle 1 is a supplement to this whole angle, which is, then I couldn't name it with numbers. I'd have to use letters, angle E, B, C. So angle 1 and angle E, B, B are supplementary angles. Do you see how I can be sneaky like that? So it is still only two angles that I'm stating are supplementary, but one of those two angles are split.
Wait, also, it wouldn't matter if you said it like C, B, E, right? Or
Nope, it wouldn't matter. Okay, good question though. All right, so identifies pairs of supplementary angles. All right, let's start off a little bit simpler. Here, I'm gonna look for ones that are supplementary. I'm gonna say angle 1 and what? 5. Perfect. Angle 1 and 5, because they make this purple straight angle right here. Does everybody see this? They have the same vertex. They make that angle. Can somebody tell me why are 2 and 3 not supplementary angles? Why are 2 and 3 not supplementary angles? Jonah. Good, because they're not forming 180. If you see what they're forming when they're together, it's this angle right here. Does that look like 180, that purple that I just highlighted? So they're not supplementary. There's only one more pair of supplementary angles right now in this diagram. Does anybody see it? 5 and 4, you got it. Yeah. Okay, so supplementary angles add up to 180. Complementary angles are two angles whose sum is 90 degrees or a right angle. Now, do you guys see how in the diagram I marked a right angle on the right side? I know that there's also another right angle on the left side. Does anybody know how come I knew that? How come I knew that? Only Stella and Leilani, nobody else? How did I know? If there's a right angle on the right side, how did I know there had to also be a right angle on the left side? Bella? Good, because remember, this angle is 180, so it has to be the other 90 degrees on the other side. Perfect. All right, let's identify pairs of complementary angles. Those are two angles that add up to 90 or a right angle. Stella, give me one pair. Perfect. Angle 1 and angle 2. There's one more pair. Angle 3 and 4. You got it. Yes. I wrote these bad. Okay. Another type of angle are vertical angles. So two angles are vertical angles if the rays forming the sides of one angle and the rays forming the side of the other angles are opposite rays. Whenever two lines intersect, two pairs of vertical angles are formed. And there's a theorem here that tells us vertical angles are congruent. What does it mean to be congruent again? The same. So anytime we have vertical angles, they're going to be congruent. They're going to be the same. All right, I will tell you how I identify vertical angles. Vertical angles, I look at it like two birds kissing with their little beaks touching. So look, if you see angle 4, there's his beak. Do we see that beak? And then there's angle 1, there's that beak. You see the beaks kissing, right? They love each other. All right, so angle 4 and angle 1, they're kissing, they love each other. They are vertical angles. And they're going to be congruent. Which other angles in this diagram are vertical angles? You got it. We got more kissing angles over here. We got angle 2 is kissing angle 3. So they love each other and they're congruent. So identify the vertical angles. We're going to say angle 1 is congruent to angle 4. They're vertical angles. Angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. Are 1 and 2, are 1 and 2 vertical angles? They're shoulder to shoulder. That's an upward kiss, right? They're not vertical angles. What are they? What's the relationship between 1 and 2 angles? They're supplementary angles. Good. What about 2 and 4? Are they vertical? No, they're also supplementary. What about 4 and 3? Good. right, let's do some problems. So given angle 4 is 72 degrees. We want to find all the other angles. Well, if angle 4 is 72 degrees, who's kissing angle 4? Angle 1, which means angle 1 has to be 72 degrees. Now I have to find angle 2 and angle 3. Well, what's the relationship between 2 and 4? Good. So how would I find angle 2 if they equal 180? You got it. 180 minus 72. So I'm going to borrow. That becomes 10. That becomes 7. So we have 108. Who is angle 2 kissing? So that means what's their relationship? They are congruent. And what are their angle types? Vertical. They're vertical angles, so they are congruent. So angle 3 is also 108. All right, number 2. Remember this given. Remember marking our given. BD is perpendicular to BC. Can you guys all mark that given information and then hold it up so I can see how you chose to mark that? BD is perpendicular to BC. Perfect. You're marking congruent. I need perpendicular. Perfect. 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 So you didn't mark perpendicular. Oh, you wrote 90. I didn't see that. Good. You're good. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So here, if BD is perpendicular to BC, we know we get a right angle here. I'm going to take this a step further. If it's a right angle on the right, do we also agree it's a right angle on the left? So I'm putting them both in to help me out. All right. Now we want to find some angles. We want to find angle 1. Well, isn't angle 1 and 14, aren't they complementary angles, meaning they add up to 90? So to find angle 1, I'm going to do 90 minus 14. So borrow, that becomes 10. That becomes 8. 10 minus 4 is 6. 8 minus 1 is 7. So angle 1 is 76 degrees. Tell me, is angle 3 and angle 1, are they vertical angles? No, that's look at their beaks. It's a very awkward kiss if that were vertical. Do you see that? Like, it's like one went for the cheek, the other turned his head, right? Like, it's not, they're not on the same page here. One definitely got rejected there. So who is angle 3 vertical to? 14. You got it. Angle 3 and 14. They are the perfect beaks. There's 14's beak. There's 3's beak. They love each other. So that means angle 3 has to also be 14 degrees. Got it. Okay, so now let's go on to angle ABE. Let's see, let me get rid of all my highlighting. Okay, I'm going to outline this. Angle ABE. So ABE. Okay, do we agree that angle ABC is a straight angle? But what's happened is I went AB, I didn't go all the way to C. So I cut it short. How many degrees short of C? 14. 14. So how would I find the measure of ABE? 180 minus 14. We're almost at that straight angle, but 14 degrees short of it. So we're going to do 180 minus 14. Borrow from the 8 becomes a 7. 10 minus 4 is 6. 7 minus 1 is 6. We get 166. Okay. What happened? You like the bird example? Sometimes I'm funny. Just sometimes. All right. So what types of angles are angle ABE and angle 3? Somebody besides Stella, somebody else. So we're saying this angle right here and this angle right here. I'm really just looking for somebody a little bit new today. Anybody, somebody, anybody? They're supplementary angles. Don't they make that straight angle? So they are supplementary angles. All right. So you want to be really, really careful when you read. It says angle 2 comp to angle 3. Comp does not mean congruent. Congruent means they're the same. What is, do you think comp is short for? Jonah? Good. Comp is short for complementary. What does complementary add to be? 90. Complementary angles add to 90. So they're saying angle 2 plus angle 3 add to 90 together. So we'll keep that in our heads. Then it says that angle 4 is 131 degrees. All right. Well, who is angle 4 vertical to?
6.
So what does that mean for angle 6? 131. What is the relationship between 3 and 4? So 3 and 4 are supplementary. They make that straight angle. So to find angle 4, do we agree? I'm going to find angle 3. I'm going to do 180 minus 131. So that's a 10. That's a 7. 10 minus 1 is 9. 7 minus 3 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. So angle 3 is 49 degrees.
Isn't that the same for angle 5?
Good. Why? What's the relationship between 3 and 5? Because they're vertical. So angle 5 is also 49. All right, now I got to move to the other side. But how am I going to move to the other side? What related us in the given information? Not Stella or Jonah or Leilani. What was in the given information that related the right side to the left side? Good. Angle 2 is a complement to angle 3. Who remembers, what does complement mean? They add up to 90 degrees. So angle 3 is 49. So angle 2 has to be 90 minus 49. I'm going to borrow. And we get 41 degrees. So if angle 2 is 41 degrees, who's vertical to angle 2? 8. You got it. And then we have some supplementary angles. So 1 and 2 are supplementary. So I'm going to do 180 minus 41. 10 minus 1 is 9. 7 minus 4 is 3. Bring down that 1. So angle 1 is 139. And what's the relationship between 1 and 7? They're vertical. So angle 7 is also 139. Not so bad, right? Almost done. Okay, so it says given angle 1 comp angle 2. Not Leilani or Stella or Jonah. Jack. You got it. So how do I mark that in my diagram? What could I put? A right angle. You got it. So then it says the ratio of 1 to 2 is 7 to 2. Who remembers what I said? When we take numbers out of a ratio, what do I have to put with it? Leilani. An x. So it's saying 7x and 2x. Now we need to solve for x based on how we labeled everything. Can anybody think of an equation to help us solve for x? Jay. You got it. 7x plus 2x equals 90. So I'm going to combine my like terms, and we're going to have 9x equals 90. X will equal 10. So then it says find angle 2. Well, angle 2 is 2 times 10, which is 20. And then it says find angle ABC. Well, we already knew. What is angle ABC? 90. You got it. All right, so number 5 is saying given angle 2 is x plus 12, so I'm going to label that. And angle 3 is 4x minus 9. What is the relationship between angle 2 and angle 3? They are vertical angles. Don't we see that perfect beak to beak? So that means they're congruent. I'm going to mark them congruent. So now, based on the fact that they're vertical angles, they're congruent, what equation am I going to set up to solve for x? Caitlin? You got it. X plus 12 equals 4x minus 9 because vertical angles are congruent.
So if they're vertical, you both
Congruent, yep. So the birds kissing will always be congruent. So now what we want to do is we want to solve, because the x's are on different sides, I'm going to subtract this x. So 12 will equal 3x minus 9. Then I'll add the 9. 21 equals 3x. Divide by 3. X is equal to 7. So now it says find angle 2. So angle 2 is going to be 7 plus 12, which is 19 degrees. What types of angles are 2 and 3? They're asking the name. What's their name? The kissing birds are called what? Vertical angles. The kissing birds are called vertical angles. You need to remember the birds' names, vertical angles. So you can't just say kissing birds. I've actually had students write that on a test before, so that's why I'm saying that. No, I wrote ha ha, and then I did -2. Okay, so here there's no diagram. So we want to create our own diagram. It says angle 1 is a supplement to angle 2. Sup means supplementary, supplement. So angle 1 is a supplement to angle 2. So if I have to draw my own diagram and it's saying supplementary angles, what kind of diagram do you think I should draw? What kind of angle? Supplementary angles goes with what? Jack? 180. So I'm going to draw a 180 degree straight angle. And I'm going to take that straight angle and I'm going to split it into 2. I'll name one angle 1 and the other angle 2. Everybody okay with how I got this diagram that I created by myself? Okay, so then I'm going to keep labeling. Angle 1 is 4x plus 20, and angle 2 is 5x plus 25. So now I need an equation to solve for x. Okay, what equation can we come up with? Caitlin? You got it. We're going to use the fact that angle 1 and angle 2 make up that straight angle. Remember, this straight angle is 180 degrees. So it's going to be angle 1 plus angle 2 equals that straight angle. So it's going to be 4x plus 20 plus 5x plus 25 equals 180. I'm going to combine my like terms. So this is 9x. 20 plus 25 is a 45. And then we solve. So I'm going to subtract 45 on both sides. So borrow, this becomes 135. X will equal, what is that going to be, 15. So it says find angle 1. Well, angle 1 is going to be 4 times 15 plus 20, which is 60 plus 20. So that's 80. And angle 2 is going to be 5 times 15 plus 25, which is 75 plus 25. That is 100. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to work on these independent together, but different people are going to come up and do each number on its own. So I want somebody to come and find the measure of angle 1. Any volunteers coming up to find the measure of angle 1, and then you're going to pick somebody to come to find the next one. Okay, so then I will choose eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mother says to pick the very best one, and you are it. Jack, you win. You're the best one. All right, so you're going to come and you're going to show the class how to find angle 1.
Okay.
Right, no, over here on my thing, because that won't work over there.
I have no issue.
So what's the relationship between angle 1 and 48?
It's was that word supplement, right?
Yeah, they're supplements. Very good. It's hard, I know, it's
Yeah.
sensitive. Maybe we could try doing it on the whiteboard. Yeah. Okay, no, Stella, we're doing this together. It's not one-on-one. All right. Jack, you can come and finish it up here. I think this will work. Just so like that.
Look. Oh, yeah. Here.
Yeah, just right on there.
Okay.
Perfect. So then we get angle 1 is 132. Jack, since we don't have an overwhelming amount of volunteers, choose anybody to find angle 2.
Jonah.
Oh, Jonah, you're up. Tell us, how are you finding angle 2, Jonah? Good. 48 is vertical to angle 2, so angle 2 is 48. Could you also write 132 for angle 3 in the diagram? Thank you. I mean, sorry, angle 1, not angle 3, sorry. Perfect. And then 48 here. All right, Jonah, choose anybody in the class. Everyone's going to get chosen. Anybody that hasn't gone up yet to do angle 3. All right, Jack, tell us. You got it. Why? Vertical. They're vertical angles. You got it. Could you write it in angle 3? Perfect. All right, Jack, choose somebody to find angle 4. Shocker. You're twinning. Angle 4. So what's the relationship between angle 4 and the 101? Yeah, so how would we do that? Perfect.
There's no work tonight, right?
Mm-hmm. Should be 79, right? Because we had to borrow. Yep, so angle 4, 79. Yeah, angle 4. And then just write it over here. All right, Sebastian, pick anybody you want that hasn't gone up already.
Jay, right?
Yeah, Jay. Fair game. Jay, you're up. Find angle 5. So, Jay, what's the measure of angle 5 and why? It's not angle 5, yeah. This can't read what says. Oh, angle 4? It's angle 4 is 79. Why? You're right. Why? Because they're what kinds of angles? But their relationship, the birds kissing, what do we call those? Starts with a V. Vertical. Good. Guys, the birds kissing are vertical angles. I'm going to need you to remember that word. So they are vertical angles. All right, Jay, pick the last person to do number 6. Perfect. Why, Maya? It's vertical. Perfect. I got it. Thank you. Okay, so that was that one. Next one.
Wait, like what I was saying before is like the 132, like for like angle 1 and angle 3, like it doesn't like look like 132. Like
I
it's
know.
lower than 90, but like, that doesn't matter.
Remember, it's never drawn to scale.
Okay.
All right, last problem for today. Oh no, there's 2 more problems. All right, I will label the given information. And Maya, you went last, right? Maya, choose somebody to, hold on, let me just write this. 4x plus 16 and 3x plus 22. All right, Maya, choose somebody to come up with an equation. Noah, you've been chosen. We're like 7 people in the class, guys. We can know each other. We can know each other. You can write on the on the smart board. Okay, well, what's the relationship between angle 3 and 4? Yep, so what does that mean? They are the 2 birds kissing, which means they're what? Their relationship to each other. Guys, what are the birds kissing? What's their relationship? The birds kissing has to be? Yeah, they're verticals, but what's their relationship to each other? They have to be the same. What does the same mean? Congruent. So these are congruent. Vertical angles are always congruent. So we should be writing 4x plus 16 equals 3x plus 22. Yep, all you had to do is make it. Good, you're good. So we're going to have x plus 16 equals 22 minus 16, borrow, x is equal to 6. So then we want to find angle 4. 3 times 6 plus 22, 18 plus 22. Carry that 1 becomes 40 degrees for angle 4. If angle 4 is 40 degrees, what does that mean for angle 3? Even though it's not asking it, is also 40 degrees. You got it. All right, Noah, pick somebody to come up and make a diagram, somebody that hasn't been chosen yet, to make a diagram for this given information. This is probably the hardest thing to do. Bella, you got this. Bella, you could write it on the smart board. Yay. So Bella saw the word complementary and knew to make a right angle. So let's make that box. And what are we going to do to that right angle? Split it in two. You got it. And then just label. Absolutely beautifully perfect. All right, Bella, pick somebody else to come up and make an equation, somebody that hasn't been chosen. I think there's only Stella and Leilani left, right? Everybody else has been chosen?
So actually make the equation.
Write your equation. And then Leilani, you are going to solve the equation.
Wait.
Because you're the last one. Perfect. Leilani, you're up.
Wait, so now I just solved it.
Yeah.
Now I just find measure one and measure two.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah. I can't see anything, so I don't
Sorry.
know. No, it's my angle that I'm. Yeah, we're good. So the answer should be, the equation was this, oh God, let's just see.
Sorry. I'm erasing that.
No, it was the marker. So then we ended up getting that x equals 7. And then when it said find angle 1 is 5 times 7 plus 5, which is 40. And angle 2 is 50. Hey, we're all done. I will post your homework.